This is Joe,
Michelle,
Melissa,
and Shannon,
with More Than a Sniff, where we talk about everything dog.
from training to nutrition,
from behavior modification to grooming,
from vet visits to dog parks.
From getting to know us to having guests. Today we're going to talk about...
Last week we talked about having a drop dead date on letters to our dogs because I think that we all postponed it and put it off and, oh, that's a really good idea, and then we didn't do it, and then all of a sudden we have the deadline, and I think we all worked better in that. Not Melissa, she's glad to be overachiever, but all of us with our dogs, sometimes we sit in this do it later kind of thing. So, wow. It was pretty emotional overall, writing them, because I think that we're, one, they're not incredibly new to us, or this feel is not new to us, but I think it was just putting it down on paper that, it was interesting. And I think that if I write another letter in like a year or two, it'll be probably completely different. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's a good, as much as I don't like New Year's resolutions, I think it's a good goal for people every year and maybe you do it in the springtime because everything's starting to come alive again and you feel it differently, and that may be the feel of the letter. Also is the time of year that we're doing it. So I found it pretty emotional last night, and it was a weekend where Chris was out and Cheyenne's at her dad's, and it was just me, and I was just cranking through stuff, and then it was that moment of silence of it's pretty emotional. Michelle, how was your experience with it?
It was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because Prudence she's not doing very well. Mm-hmm. So hers was really hard, but Murphy's was really hard for me to write. Like, I had so much to say about him that I was overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Rambo's and Siggy's were so easy. I mean, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Of course Siggy's was. That makes sense, right?
Right.
We only had her for 2 weeks,
yeah.
right? Everything about her is new and exciting and fun. But even Rambo's, his was really easy for me. It was just
fascinating.
Yeah. I don't feel like his is complete though.
Yeah.
As I was wrapping up, Rambo's was the last one I finished.
Uh-huh.
And I was I feel like I need to stop and think about him more.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it was easy because I wasn't at that point. I was just
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting teary-eyed just talking about writing it, so this is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Shannon, what about you?
I wrote mine a couple weeks ago because I knew that I needed time to recover before reading it here.
Okay.
Because it really is emotional. We write these things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good at writing and being emotional, but it really, I go all the way to that level, so I always need time to get back and being normal and not feeling it so intensely, but I mean, it's really hard, and it took a long time for me to think about it before doing it, especially when you think we're not just writing it for just one dog, we did it to write it for all our dogs, and so then it's that's the extreme level, beginner level is write one for one dog, and then extreme level is write up for all your dogs. Yeah. So I mean, it was really emotional thing for each dog. Yeah, because each dog is different.
So different.
Yeah.
Shannon, I was on a podcast Friday morning, and it's called Let Freedom Reign, and I had written it's on our blog, and it's called That Dog Sam, and you and I really talked about the really deep emotional side of my life and how dog training all started for me, and we got back into that in this podcast. It's really about how animals have helped us, and it's more horse centric, but how dogs fit into it for me and this conversation. It really dug deep into some of the deep soul stuff as me growing up with a dad with PTSD and the horses and, sitting on the fence and watching horses and it took me a while to recover from that. And I don't think I've recovered from writing these letters, and it's just a fascinating shift when you say, I know I needed time to recover. I don't think we read about that for ourselves emotionally on healing. You're going to take weeks to come off of that.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have run it through. Then I probably could have sat here and just been like, yeah.
Exactly. Melissa, how about you?
I've had it a lot easier than you guys. Because I did this the day we got Cooper. So 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been doing it probably every 2 months. I do a new letter. Or they each have their own like little notebook. Yeah. And I add stuff. And I love to document and to log. Usually it's not legible to anybody else but me, but I understand it.
Yeah.
And so I post-it notes. This is the lesson I learned to do, like, you know, different things. And so mine, I was like, okay. So I got my most recent letters, and I was like, okay, well, how deep should I make them? Should I make them more deep? And so I just got the last basic ones I wrote, and I just write them when I'm super stressed. And if I'm in a dark place, I write a letter to my dogs. And so, it's less. I've had 3 years to recover. Yeah. Essentially, like doing like teeny little baby steps of like little notes on Cooper did this today, Cooper got me this today, and going through the notes of Cooper's training. Like, grr was one note that I wrote. It must have been a bad day, so I wrote grr. Yeah. But for me, I just love it, and I'm addicted to doing this. And so it's fun to hear you guys.
Thanks for the challenge.
It's super seriously, no kidding. Yeah. And I actually think, like, because I really think my first few drafts, especially of Prudence's, were so emotional and complicated, and this one is so, like, not, because I was like, I can't, there's no way. So, I love it that you do that. Like, I think it's going to be really good and therapeutic for me. For Prudence at this time as well. So.
And I wish I would have done that before.
Yeah.
And like and Smokey, and, you know, it really makes you reflect back on the losses and,
Oh, there was so much I could have wrote about her. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm crying now. You know, like. Yeah. So. Yeah. I think that's great.
I'm gonna start, and we'll just go around the table and keep going until everybody's read there all the way through all of their dogs. And I have the least amount, which is strange. So this is my letter to Chianti. Dear Chianti, and this is the one that I'll be emotional most. The most favorite thing about you is your soul is so deep, and you have so much passion. The lesson you have taught me is to live in the moment, because the ones we love more have moved on, and there will always be more moments. You have also taught me that it is okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. And with the right people around you, the sun will always shine. Thank you for pushing through and not giving up when you lost everyone you had. The kids have grown up, and we lost Miss Smokey and your brother Bora. You and Cheyenne had each other to grieve when she lost her horse. For my friend, you, my friend, taught us all how to love again. And I thank you for that. Chianti, you and I will have new adventures at the barn, and we will also learn to slow down together and watch many sunsets.
That makes me too.
Oh, boy. Woo! You're up. I'm up. I don't think I want to be up. I also, it'll be fun. I want your guys' feedback when I'm done, because I actually went full circle with them this morning, with all 3 of them, and back to eating full circle. But you guys will see how that is. We'll see if I can get through Murphy's first. Okay. Okay. Murphy. I can't do it. My protector, my cuddle bug, and my heart dog. I can't name all the favorite things I have about you, because you are my favorite. Please don't tell the others. This list would go on forever. Whew. You have taught me what true connection between human and dog really is. It was not easy connecting with you, and now I can't imagine ever feeling this way about another dog. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna be good. Okay. Thank you for being such a pain in the ass. And working through it is where I have found my path in helping others find their connection with their dog. Sometimes the right dog is a lot of work, but I know now how much it can pay off. We have been through a lot together. You never have been an easy dog. From your stubbornness in the rally training, your health issues that first year, to all your protective nature, And I can see that you're starting to slow down. And I want you to know that that's okay. Your job is not over yet. But I think it's time we change careers and make things easier on both of us. Let's find more joy in the future in the little things that we both love to do together. Like morning cuddles and going camping and swimming. Whew. We have some really great years ahead of us, big guy.
Good. Okay. Dear Lou, my homework assignment for work is to write you a letter. Of all my dogs, I decided to start with a letter to you because out of our pack, you and I have been together the longest. Can you believe we have been together so many years? I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for letting me be your dog mom. I think many people say they are a dog mom, but very few stand in the operating room of a C-section and have their new puppy handed to them straight from birth. Thank you for allowing me to be the very best true dog mom that I know, teaching you everything about being a dog that I could. Turns out you ended up quite normal for a Frenchie. Thank you for teaching me the importance of working through problems and not just giving in to something that seems easier at the time. That if you don't work things all the way through, the garbage will come back to haunt you again later. Thank you for your trust in me, for always trusting that I'm in control, that I will protect you, and that I know the rules about how things should go. Even when you don't want to do something, you trust that I know what's best and follow my lead. I want you to know I don't take that responsibility lightly. I admire your ability to find peace in the routine, your confidence that everyone on earth loves you, and your determination to have everything your own way, even though you continually have to do everything my way. Without you, I would never have known that I could be the meanest Frenchie, or that lunchtime cuddles are a necessity of life. I was worried about adding more dogs to our house when Ripley came to the family, but I shouldn't have. You have happily accepted all the new dogs in our pack without incident. Thanks again for all the good and difficult times. I know you will believe me when I say you are a good boy. Love, Shannon.
Oh,
This is all your fault.
I know. You're welcome. You're welcome for all the feels. Cooper, you're the one that started it all. You teach me so much and were the reason I truly started my dog journey. You constantly teach me what it means to accept challenges, be grateful for those challenges and the lessons they teach me, to look forward to the future, and to take no shit. I am so excited for our herding journey and for the bond that it brings us. I'm so excited for you to help our pack establish our homestead, and I look forward to you running alongside Whiskey and I love your enthusiasm, inquisitive mind, love for life, and your true desire to please. On our ride home after we picked you up, you insisted on being able to touch both Nick and I. You brought our pack together, and our pack would never be the same without you.
Yeah, we should have wrote this like months ago.
You're right. I probably would have just kept rewriting them, though, and it would have just gotten worse
That's
and
why
worse.
I have Cooper has 10 letters.
Yeah.
And Yuki has 6, Trigger has 3.
Yeah.
Whew. So,
Dear Patsy, the most favorite thing about you is your ability to problem solve through everything. You are outthinking me. It may not be the best solution, but I love that you tried. The lesson you have taught me is to trust the process and sit back and watch it unfold. Thank you for coming into this crazy doghouse and bringing a sense of joy to the house. Our future is bright, and you have big shoes to fill. But you will be a herding champion, and you'll also be the last dog that I will ride into this sunset.
Okay. Here we go. Dear Prudence. Honey, that's your registered name. You were the princess of our castle, but never have been afraid to get your paws dirty. And I love that about you. I love that you find such joy in the little things, like food and car rides. And don't even get me started on your excitement over seeing a bird and how you remember seeing one 5 years later in that same spot. When people meet you, they would never guess, because you always appear to be so calm. But you have taught me how important consistency it really is in life. You have a way about you, when things get crazy, of reminding us that sometimes our daily routines and comforts are what gets us through it. You really don't like change, so thank you for being our rock. I also wanted to thank you for being Daddy's little girl, Rambo's emotional support dog, and my eating, fat, and cuddle buddy. You've always had a sense and a compassion for when we are not feeling well. Your letter is the hardest for me to write, as you lie peacefully at my feet today, and it's a good day. But you really are slowing down, and your bad days are more and more often. So I don't know what your future holds, but I promise we will do everything that we can to keep you happy and comfortable till the bad days outweigh the good. I love you, baby
girl. Dear Ripley, it seems only yesterday that the stars aligned for you to become a member of our pack. My, how the years have flown by. I wanted to write you to let you know I appreciate your friendship. You are a true and constant companion, following me everywhere throughout the day and staying by my side when I sleep. Thank you for your constant joy. I've never experienced a dog that is so joyful about everything. When I think of the kind of dog I so longed for as a child, I can say without a doubt that you are it. Every quality so many people look for in a dog are embodied with brilliance in all your 12 pounds of sheer dog. I think this is mostly due to a few key facts. Number 1, your joy is to be with me throughout everything. Number 2, your serious purpose as a dog is to find the fun in whatever is happening. And number 3, it is your personal view that everything that occurs in any given day and at any given time is an adventure and should be appreciated as such. The way you see the world is magic to me, whether that be your obvious need to bark at the neighbor's cat to alert me that it still lives next door, or your wonder and determination in helping Mike dig a hole in the backyard, because he obviously needs your help. Every day is special and new when viewed through your eyes, so thank you for giving me a look. I admire that you don't care what anyone thinks, that you have a sense of trouble, and when trouble finds you, you blame it on someone else. And that above all, you are a friend to whoever needs one. I appreciate this most when Scary Louie was the one in need of a friend. You, little one, are not afraid of anything. You have the tenacity of a tiger. Your ability to fit in with others is uncanny, and I find most of my time is spent keeping visitors and my sisters from stealing you away for themselves. Sometimes you are just in your own world, and for that reason, it has taken a while to learn some new things. But I'm proud of you and the things we have accomplished together. Thank you for all of the fun. Love, Shannon.
Yuki, you are my soul dog. Every night you insist on being my pillow, and every night I think of how lucky I am. You always know when I need you, and this is a long time. When I'm depressed or anxious or I go to my dark place, you always come and place yourself near me. Whether you sit on my face, which she does, or bring me a toy, you always know when to get me out of the darkness. You've taught me that even the most mundane task can be an adventure, and that there's always something to be excited about. I look forward to our trail rides, more games, adventures, and silly antics, mostly to tease Trigger. That's you can't do it. You are always so excited for tricks and to please me, and I can't wait for you to learn more. I'm excited for you to be on top of Whiskey with me, and for us to go on rides together or just watch the sunset. I always look forward to more canyoneering, rafting, and adventures with you, because you are always so pumped and trusting. We named you Yuki after Nick and I's favorite town, Yukululette. I can't wait for us playing in the tall pines and the foggy beaches with you there. Love you, Poopy Bear.
This should get easier now, guys. Hopefully. We'll see. Let's get through Rambo's and then we'll see. Okay. Rambo. Little Man, Bambino, Rambolina, Sergeant. You have so many personalities, but your nicknames are always changing. 1 second you're a little princess on your pillow, to the next you're being Murphy's drill sergeant demanding he protect us and check the perimeter. Ugh. I love how fun and spunky you can be and totally calm, but you're always on alert. You have taught me about that communication is key in any good relationship. The first year was a total mess with us miscommunicating on both sides. That's when we met Jo, and she helped translate until we could speak each other's language. Sorry. Thank you for always being the glue that holds the pack together. Without you, Murphy and Prue would be a disaster with each other. And I see you slowly allowing Siggy in as well. You are my oldest, and it's starting to show in your wise face, which I think is very fitting for you. I have loved watching your journey and how much you have changed, and I only see things getting better in your retirement. I didn't think I was going to cry with Rambo, guys.
Dear Dutch, we've come a long way since we first met. I can't believe so many years ago you came into my life because someone thought you were ugly. You are not ugly. First and foremost, thank you for seeing me as your partner. I think many people want this kind of relationship with their dog. It is very powerful to be united together in a purpose. You trusted me to be your partner and follow my lead when asked before we really even knew each other. When the city girl decides it would be a great idea to go and herd cows, she's going to require a special dog, and I'm glad that you were able to see something special in me, to trust that we could work together to accomplish a job. I admire your willingness to show kindness and affection to others when only one holds your heart. I admire your ability to find courage in a friend in order to overcome the things that scare you. I admire that your true love is to be part of a team, and I admire that you are smart enough to get what you want. Sometimes I wonder, what would we have become if we hadn't found each other? Would you have been able to reach your full potential as a herding dog as part of another team? Would I have been able to try something new and totally different as a person and as a trainer? I suppose it's lucky we didn't have to find out. It's really special in life to find a partner you can connect with and work together towards the same goal, and I'm glad that I have that in you. Love, Shannon.
Trigger. The universe really meant for you to come to us. We weren't expecting another dog, but when you were potentially available, my gut screamed at me that we needed you. Within an hour of coming to our home, you claimed Nick as your human, and you sat on his feet and gazed into his eyes. I have never seen Nick smile that big. Your bond with Nick makes my heart so happy. You going to work with Nick has made him so much happier, and he comes home every day smiling with a new story about you. And I'm so eternally grateful for that. You truly complete our pack in such a special way. Your goofy nature and spunk always makes me laugh and to not take life too seriously. Thank you for accepting our crazy pack as yours and instigating so much weirdness. We sure love you, Booger Bear.
Back to me. Okay, last one, guys. Last one. We're gonna get through it. Okay, Siggy. We've been in this world less than 10 weeks, in our lives for 9, and in our home for 2. You have already brought so much joy. I love watching you figure out the world. You are not afraid of much yet, and find pure joy in meeting new people. I love this about you, and I hope it never changes. Being so new to the pack, we still have so much to learn together, and I'm so excited to dream big for you and your future. I want to thank you for loving your crate and sleeping through the night. for your willingness to learn new things. And I know how bad you want to play with the old dogs. But thank you for not being pushy and overly pestering them. Conceivability with you is endless and by far the easiest thing for me to write about in these letters. I think you are the luckiest. We as a pack have learned connection from Murphy, consistency from Prudence, and communication from Rambo. We have a lot of work ahead of us and some really big shoes to follow. But together, I see us competing in rally, confirmation, and sheep herding. I see you being a great hiking buddy and loving boating days. I see you being a great mom and helping me teach your puppies. But most importantly, I see you filling those shoes and being a loyal part of the Camo Pack. We made it, guys.
I think that if everybody will send these over with a picture of their dogs, doesn't matter, whatever one, and I think it would be a great thing to put up on our blogs.
Yeah, sure.
Just for people to read and see and give them some guidance and direction for what we do. And thanks for doing it. Thanks for the challenge. I think it's a side of all of us when we're in the moment that we forget. And sometimes we're just in training mode all the time. And I think it's good for our dogs, even though they have no idea about it. I think that it just changes when you come home and what you see in them. So it's pretty emotional and it's pretty cool. And my challenge for everybody is to get out and write these letters to your dogs, because what a just life-changing experience that it has for them.